Welcome to the Half-Ass Hustler podcast. I'm your host, Rebeca Lima, and this is for entrepreneurs who are ready to break through the old way of doing business, ditch the status quo of working hard to make money, and half-ass a business all the way to six, multi-six, and even seven figures. I'm not about cookie-cutter methods that makes your life fit into your business, but this is the place for you if you want to expand your strategy, money, and mindset and create a business that fits your life. Let's get started. Welcome to 2023. I'm really excited to talk to you today about half-assing your new year, half-assing your vision, half-assing your vision board, all the things. So let's go back to the old way of doing vision boards and let's talk about that. When I started my self-development journey, vision boards were a thing, and they still are, right? They're still a thing. But I realized that it made me look like an entitled kid on Christmas morning. Can you imagine your kid coming down the stairs and saying, Mommy, I want? And that's how I felt like, just entitled. Here in the universe, here's a list of all of the things that I want. And there wasn't really any meeting me halfway or anything like that. So I created this method and I put it to practice with myself and all of my clients. So the first thing that I did was realizing that when we have a vision, we need to take full accountability of where we are. Okay. And just that mindset alone, just taking full accountability of where we are, it's kind of like setting the coordinates, the geolocation of your GPS. When you get in the car and you put the address of where you're going, the GPS maps you exactly where you are so you can guide you step by step. And that's what I did. But not only where I was in business, but where I was everywhere else. Again, when we put pretty pictures up, we're like, yes, I want this. I want this vacation and I want this. But we're not really being accountable of where we are in all areas. So vision integration method was born. And I want to walk you through that a little bit today. And I want you to imagine the same scenario. The same scenario, your kid is excited for Christmas. Can you imagine if they come, Mom, this year is the year that I'm going to be a better sibling for my little sister. I'm going to help her with her homework. I'm also going to be feeding the dog and I'm going to be in charge of the dishes. And then I want all of these things. But how much more likely are you to follow through with their wish list if they're like, I am ready to be a member of this family and here are the things that I'm going to do? That Christmas list might come by their birthdays instead of Christmas. Right? Um, and that's what I want to walk you through today. So, when I took out the areas that really influenced my clients' lives, I noticed a pattern that I couldn't ask them to be the best of the best unless the home front was also okay, unless their confidence was also okay. So there was the key pieces of it, and those are the 12 pieces. And I find that when we focus just on one area, just on business, it's kind of like sitting in a one-leg chair. Okay, it just feels wobbly. Or it might not. It might feel really strong for a little while. As soon as the first challenge comes along, it feels wobbly again. So here are the 12 areas that I've taken. Family, who they are as a family member, friends, consistent growth, business growth, finances, intimate relationships, because sex has everything to do with how we receive, and also how open are we for miracles, physical health, spiritual health, emotional health, contribution, mission, fun, and excitement. And those are the 12 areas that I saw that had the biggest transformation with my clients to make their vision boards come true. And how we get into that geolocation of taking accountability of where they are, we go from 1 to 9 because I don't believe in tens. I don't believe in perfection. I think that we are all work in progress and we're still experts, right? And we're always improving. So I don't believe in 10. I don't believe in Pinterest perfect. So 1 is like, okay, I suck at this. I need to get way better. 5 is, I'm pretty average. 9 is, I'm amazing. This is so good. There's room for improvement, but I'm still doing amazing at this. So taking full account, like who I am as a family member, who am I as a friend, who am I for my business growth, how am I showing up for my sex life, how am I showing up for my emotional health, right? And taking account exactly where you are is setting your geolocation. And then we're going to take this step by step and say, okay, what action am I going to take in order to become who I want to become in this area? So the action for me, for family, can be being present. Consistent growth. I need to go from a visionary to an integrator. I need to stop learning and start integrating. Intimate relationships. I need to be an initiator, an active participant, enthusiastic about it. Because let's be honest, I think that most guys can attest to this. They're not looking for a stretch mark free body or a butt with no dimples. What they're looking for is somebody who's enthusiastic about getting it done. And I find that the gym, just like it is with my physical health, sometimes I need to psych myself up. The gym in the sex life has this thing common. I need to psych myself up, but once I'm there, I'm like, yeah, I'm so glad I came. No pun intended. And with spiritual health, emotional health, contribution, all of those things, I find that the illusion of time comes in. We have this illusion when we have time. But time, I learned a long time ago, is not something that we have, it's something that we make. In mission, like what are we here to do? So many times we escape corporate America to create this entrepreneurship, and we end up creating this rat race that feels just like corporate America. Another box for us to check, another thing for us to do. And we don't have a lot of fun or excitement into our lives. But that has everything to do with everything else. So now that we have gotten the geolocation, your action steps, and you figure out who you want to become in each of those areas, now we look for the three weakest links, the three pieces, the three areas that's going to have an impact on everything else. Because once you have more fun, excitement, you're going to be a better family member. You're going to be a better mom. You're going to be a more present wife. Once your finances are in place, you're going to feel more excited, more self assured about the future. And that's going to impact how you show up for your business. You're going to be showing up from an inspired standpoint, not from a desperate standpoint. People can feel that. And on business growth, that's going to make you amazing and excited and really on growth mode, because people who have a growth mindset, they can't stand to be stuck for too long in the same place. So you see how one thing affects everything else. So my weakest link for a long time was my marriage. And once I really healed my marriage, I looked for the help that I needed. And I healed that part of me. Everything else changed. That was the most money I've ever made in business. I broke through income plateaus that I didn't know how. And looking back, I still don't know how. The only thing that I can tell you is that I healed my marriage, and that made me show up as the best version of myself, because I didn't have that emotional weight that I was carrying around all the time. Because those things, those weakest links, they become bricks on your backpack that makes it impossible for you to leap into the next destination. And it just has an impact everywhere else. And then having a growth word, because most of us pick a word for the New Year's that's full of fluff, right? Like love, fun, those are pretty words, but what about growth word? A word that when you were in a crossroads in your life in 2023, because let's be honest, it's not a matter of when, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When you are in crossroads, what is that word that's going to take you to the right path? Right? Not the right path, because I don't believe in that. I believe that even the wrong paths lead us to the right destinations, but it's going to make you jump faster instead of sitting on this place that just sucks your energy, this dark hole of indecisiveness. So your growth word needs to lead you into the right step for you. It's going to be like your North Star. Okay. One of the most powerful words that I picked was selfish. In the year that I became really selfish, that I thought about me first, because my business, my life, my wants, my vision, my desires were always in the back burner. I was brought up in the way that I needed to be servant to. That still triggers me. I needed to serve. I needed to be really like a servant leader, right? That's what they said. But that just made me resent everybody. In the year of selfish, that's the year that I had most fun. It was like mom comes first in every way. And That was the year of most growth. The year that I became the best mom, the best wife, the best friend, and I became best for me. That was also the year of flowing overflow because for a long time I was just surviving instead of thriving, and I didn't know how to act on overflow. And that caused its own set of problems. And flowing overflow was a big one for me. That was also the year of all in because I felt like I wasn't all in. I was like half here, half there. And when I say half ass, I do mean half ass, but I mean whole heart. And I wasn't whole heart in it. So that is it. That is my vision integration method. And it's how 80% of my vision boards have come true year after year, not only for me, but also for my clients. And if you want to dig deeper into this and having me coach you, we're going to have a vision board workshop starting next Monday, the 16th all the way to the 20th, 1 hour a day, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Eastern. And for a whole week, I'm going to be coaching you in each of these categories. Not only that, I'm going to be coaching you through the be, do, and have for each category, your limiting beliefs, your default self sabotages. And my favorite day, which is Friday, my best day ever, is going to be up leveling your money blueprint because most of our money mindset issues are not even ours to begin with. They're from our families, our parents, our grandparents, and social conditioning, sometimes even family culture. And we made it our own because we didn't know what else to do, right? We were a little kid with a big heart and we just followed those steps. And then this day, I'm going to change that for you. I'm going to get you to create this awareness in action to change and also this vision and integration mindset so you can start implementing the change right away, changing your whole life. So to say that this is my favorite workshop is a massive understatement. This is my favorite workshop. This is the favorite work that I do. We get to go so deep, so vulnerable, and the transformations have been amazing. I mean, if you go in the group right now, you're going to see all of us celebrating last year's vision board because most of it has come true. Honestly, most come true by July. I have inbox full of people saying, hey, my vision board came true. Can we do another one? And we do two. We do January, we do August for that reason. But I don't want you to wait for August. I want you to start integrating your vision right now. So getting there, I cannot wait to coach you through half-assing your vision wholeheartedly. Again, there is no tens, there's only nines, and I'll see you then. Thanks for listening and embracing the half-ass hustler vibe. I'd love for you to leave me a review and share this episode with a friend. Or if you're ready to join me inside my six-figure society where strategy meets mindset, just click on the link below and I'll see you inside.